Is this the end for ATOR, or is it just the beginning? Everything you need to know will be covered in this video right here, so make sure you stick around. Let's get straight into it. Good day everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Zach and I'm here to help you with your cryptocurrency investing journey. Before we get started, just remember nothing I say is financial advice, and if you'd like to join my premium services through Patreon, link is in the description. So ATOR, alright, ATOR Protocol, providing power to the onion router technology, more commonly known as Tor technology or the dark web, alright, in a sense. So recently there has been a lot of fear around this project, alright, and this is due to the fact that ATOR's relays, or one of the biggest ATOR relay providers, was actually banned from using their relays and providing power to the network. So there's been a little bit of confusion around what this actually means. And there's also been a lot of fear and a lot of Chinese whispers that have literally just plummeted the price. People are saying, ATOR is over, the project is over. That is complete and utter nonsense. This is just the start for ATOR, right, guys? Unfortunately, in this world of Web3, all right, and everything decentralized in the cryptocurrency world, this stuff happens, all right? Fear gets into the market, and it also provides you with the best buying opportunities of your lifetime. So let's get into a bit of a deeper dive on what happened and what ATOR is looking to do going into the future. So what actually happened to ATOR, right? So ATOR suffered a massive relay ban with over 1,000, all right? 1,000 relays banned from providing power to the Tor network. Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't sound too good, but if you think about it this way, right, it's just a block in the road, all right? These guys are not going to stop. And if you think about it, right, people do not know what this ATOR team is capable of, right? This isn't a bunch of kindergarten kids playing in the sandpit with their toys, you know what I mean? This is a bunch of lead world software developers and technical engineers crafting one of probably the most complex projects known to mankind, all right? I know there's a lot more complex projects out there, but in the Web3 space, this isn't easy stuff, all right? These guys have recently just partnered with Fort, all right? And Fort going forward are looking to help these guys in their engineering and technical side of development. Fort has over 900 technical engineers, and I believe this is going to be an excellent partnership going into the future. So if you think about it this way, right, from a cryptocurrency whales perspective, so a lot of people around this sort of time when the news released got massive fear and the project absolutely dumped. Look at that. That is a monster dump. You don't see that every single day in cryptocurrency. It does happen every now and then, unfortunately, but it doesn't usually occur. So all of a sudden, these people have just provided the buying opportunities of a lifetime, which have just been absolutely eaten up by everyone, right? Because people have sold their positions in potentially a massive loss to a very short amount of profit. And all of a sudden, a large amount of people have just got their foot in a door with prices that we're probably not going to see again. In saying that, we could potentially come lower. It's going to be interesting to see how the market wants to treat ATOR going into the future. But I think if we get some good bullish news from ATOR, these prices are going to rocket potentially up to where we were and beyond. So if we look at that, that is a lower high, all right? Crazy to think about, but that is a lower high. We've been going absolutely parabolic into this moment, and I have mentioned buying it a few times, so there are a few ATOR holders that are subscribed watching this. I'm with you on this one, brother. Let's do this. I think ATOR is going to pull through. So now I just want to play a very important recording from the ATOR team, basically talking about what they're going to do in the future.
Much of the recent events have been in the public eye. As we've said, we've been overwhelmed by the level of public support. And ultimately, as mentioned, this stands as an acceleration of our timelines and the move to our own ecosystem much sooner. So I think let's move on in a sense from the past and really talk very briefly about what we are actually here to build. ATOR is here to build one of the biggest and fastest onion routing networks in the world, with, as a standard, all relays incentivized for the bandwidth they provide and uptime they provide.
So firstly, their vision hasn't changed, all right? They still have the exact same vision as when they started the project, but they're just going to be planning on taking a new route in order to get there.
The focus here is on enabling a network that self-scales, that is more decentralized, with no centralized authority that could shut off swathes of the nodes immediately, and More decentralization also in the way that services can actually onboard themselves onto the network. So a crucial thing that I think will drive this ATOR network, in addition to the momentum we envisage with the relays around the world, the crucial feature of what we're hoping to build is we are here to garner rapid growth in services that are actually built within the ATOR network. We believe from existing onion routing networks, the concept of onion services, which are these services that are hosted directly within the network and accessed solely within this onion routed network, was severely underutilized. Our goal here is to put these services directly on the network, not just going through exit nodes where there's increased risk of being sniffed or discovered or de-anonymized. Existing services on the Tor network, it's an engineering possibility to integrate them immediately with the ATOR network. Whether we choose to do that or not is not a matter of technical expertise, it's a matter of what we hope to build.
I like the fact that they're constantly changing their plan, right? They're fluid with what they're going to do in the future and with their vision. I think that's very important for a project because no matter what roadblocks they hit, there's always another plan that's able to be developed. A lot of teams will just bend over and take it, but the ATOR team is not going to do that, and these guys are still looking to power into the future.
We are going to add the new functionality and infrastructure needed for specific services that previously are incapable of being run on onion routing networks to become possible to be run. Whether it's the dedicated private circuits for streaming or higher bandwidth activities, whether it means private directory authorities for specific services to put nodes around the world and be purely within the network whilst accessible to large numbers of people, or whether it means building the interface for all existing deep end projects and services to communicate privately through a network whilst never leaving that network. We are here to be the onion routing network for services. We're here to be the overarching interface for deepen and DeFi projects and services in this era of increasing importance for privacy to all be within our network. That's what we're here to build. And generally, we're here to truly lower the barrier of participation to using these private networks through the hardware and the incorporation of services that people actually use. And there's more to be shared on that going forward, but crucially, we've established the team and runway to build this network.
So in summary, the ATOR team is looking stronger than they ever have before. They have a more feasible and more practical idea, all right? A more practical approach to building their project. And going into the future, I think this is going to be incredible. One, now they know what they have to be better than, all right? They have to be better than what they previously were. And two, now they know what they need to do in order to make this project a truly successful project. I really like how this team has not just given up and walked away and taken their profits. That's how you know this is a legitimate team. If this was a rug pull, these guys would have taken the opportunity, would have dumped and walked away, but they didn't, all right? They didn't. They're still here and they're building an even better project going into the future. So I know I had a few people saying, nice call on Tor, looks like it's going to zero. I think you're completely wrong. I still have incredible conviction on this project, and it looks like these guys are potentially wanting to run up even higher. So still holding this project going into the future. I have incredible conviction on ATOR, and I think these guys are going to do extremely well going into the bull run. So that's the video, guys. I hope that has cleared up some of the mud that is in the water around this project. Going into the future, I still have incredible conviction on ATOR, but just remember, don't put more money in that you can lose, all right? This would have been a bit of an awakening for a few of you out there who are new to cryptocurrency, all right? Sometimes you're going to wake up and your portfolio is going to be down 50%, all right? And that's why nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research. Don't just buy it because I've said it, all right? You need to do your own research. All right, guys, I hope the markets have been treating you well. That is the end of today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.